Oh wow, how this place has changed. I was here 6 years ago and I think there was maybe one little warehouse, and as you can see right now from the entrance coming through, 4 entrances, research and development, factory putting everything together. Bundutec has really taken it to the next level. I love coming to see our sponsors, spend some time with them and see what they've been up to over the last couple of years, and see if the input that I've been giving them, you know, there's synergy between the people that utilize the stuff out there and the manufacturers. When that synergy breaks, man, the relationship is gone, and that's what I love about the guys at Bundutec. So let's go and have a look. Let's go and have a sneak peek at what they're doing over here. Alright, so a nice little fitment center over here as well. So a new happy customer, Bundutec. Lovely little rig, this RLD design on the canopy. So as much as normally I would suppose that these are done through fitment agencies and their own dealers, I see that they take care of their end customer as well, which is nice to see. But more importantly, I want to go and see what's going on inside these factories. Right, there's a lot of innovation that's going on over here, and if you pan the camera just a little bit that way, I'm not really allowed to show you this, but there's a sneak peek of what might be coming out of the Bundutec factory. You can't see too much. No. But a sneak peek, some trailers perhaps. Let's go and have a look at the rest of the factory. I love massive machinery like this. Look at this. Just chopping up the fabric so that it's all ready. And that's all it is to put it together so that the tents, there, cutting out over the windows for the tents. So obviously the awnings, the tents, all cut up, done by machines, so there's no mistake. And then all these lovely people over here are stitching it together. So, hello! So everybody's stitching it all together, and that's, well, the beginning process of the fabric put together. Oh yeah, behind us they're doing all stitching all the awnings. Look at that. So we've seen how the fabric getting cut, utilizing machines. There we've got some CNC machines, great cutting machines, getting everything ready for the assembly line. What we're about to do is and these are the corners for the tent. So your Bundutec tent, all the corners, getting ready, and each pieces of this will go, so 4 pieces per tent. Yeah. So all of them are exactly the same.
Yes, there are 2 kinds. Bottom one, this one's the bottom.
Yeah?
We have the top one.
The top one is slightly smaller, yeah? Excellent! Go and have a look. I love technology, I love big machines like this. So, raw materials obviously in line, getting ready for the assembly unit. So let's go and have a look at the assembly line, because this is obviously all the hard work's been done by the machines. Now, there's a human element putting them together. Let's go and have a look at the assembly line. Look at this assembly line. And this is how your Bundutec tent gets put together. A bunch of lovely gentlemen. 1, 2nd phase, 3rd phase, and at the end, we've got one that's complete, ready for a customer. How you guys going there? see, there we got the winch being installed over here. So have a look at it. The shell's gone in, the mechanisms have gone in, winch is getting installed over here. Next step, getting the arms and the electronics put in place. The next step, getting the arms, the electronics put in place. Mechanism going in, it's already taken tension with the winch. And now the fabric. So we saw how they were cutting the fabric earlier, and now the fabric gets installed. And what looks like a very simple process is over years and years of development and making sure that this assembly line runs as smoothly as it does. Taking away, utilizing technology today, CNC machines to cut everything, every single tent is going to be exactly the same as the one done before. So I love this grey fabric. These are obviously on order for, I don't know where these are going. There we go. Almost done. Lights are installed, fans are installed. And last but not least, we're doing the quality control and cleaning and ready to get packed into these boxes, and they'll get shipped off to wherever in the world to a lucky Bundutec. I should have brought an Expedition Extreme sticker and put it over here and see who in the world gets this one. I'll speak to the owners and see if we can do that. And then if you're the lucky person that got that one, we saw how it was made. Let's go and have a look at the rest of the factory. I've always wondered how they put the awnings together. Installing one of these awnings, you'll realize how difficult it is. You can open them up, get your mounting brackets on here and then install it. Now, I've always wondered how they actually get the canvas onto the additional awning. Makes total sense. Put it on a jig and install it. And then run. There we go, here we go, here we go. We can see what's going on here. And you're just pulling the fabric through here. And it's really easy to install?
Yeah.
How long does it take you to put one together? 10 minutes. See, everything pre-cut, pre-done. The human element gets in place, and this is where the important stuff gets put together, and then you have your Bundu on. Love it. Thank you, boss. Martin, thank you. Thank you for hosting us again. I had a walk through your establishment over here. I can't believe how much you've grown in the last, I think it's 6 years ago that I was here last, and it was like one small, well, it wasn't small, it was a big warehouse, but I mean, it's nothing compared to what you've got going here now. It's like an empire.
Yeah, well, that was the startup times.
Yeah.
The difficult times.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. But the innovation that's been going on over here, I mean, we've been lucky that thank you for your support, first of all. And as you all know, I've been using the Bundutec products, and we wouldn't change it for, not because I'm sitting in front of you, it's one of those products that we would never change. And from my side as a user, I want to thank you as a company owner for listening to the people on the ground and permanently innovating your product. From the outside, it looks like it's the same Bundutec tent, but it's gone through massive evolution in the number of years.
Yeah, well, we always try to bring all our products up to date. You can't let any product stagnate for a long time, because in the market's moving, people's circumstances change.
Yeah.
And especially in today's times, when you want to go away, when people can only go away for a short time. They don't want to spend half their time sitting at camp and starting with this and starting with that. So you must listen to them and try and innovate them and accommodate all their needs.
Absolutely, but you haven't, in that time, I mean, you started with this electric tent, and it's great because within 5 seconds, well not 5 seconds, but let's say within a minute and a half, you can have your awning up, you can have your tent up, and everything's done. But you've taken it a step further. You've also listened to the market, and you've started with clamshells. You've started with a traditional rooftop tent that flips over, and you've put your touch on it, obviously. But the products, you've kept on bringing out more products that suit somebody's pocket and also their need. Some people might not want their entire roof rack to be filled by a. So that's what I like about seeing innovation, in a product like yours.
Well, there's simple innovations like the ladders that you struggle with. You don't have space for them. You always have to fit them in somewhere.
Watch this space. Watch this space. I was shown something earlier. We can't put it on camera yet, but this is going to change the way people are camping. It doesn't matter what rooftop tent you have. I would keep watching. Well, when it launches, you let me know, and we'll let everybody know, because I think there are people with different companies' rooftop tents that are going to have a look at this ladder and say, chuck that piece of nonsense away. And I think you've changed the way people are looking and storing ladders, for example.
Yeah, no, that is going to change the market quite drastically. And again, it's because of feedback from our customers, because me myself am struggling with ladders, because anything that you carry around in bags and takes space, it's just...
And then you get the telescopic one, and then it never hooks in. And especially us living in the desert, those telescopic ones, those plastic little clips, it never blooming works.
And the sand gets into it.
You kill yourself. That's probably the most dangerous part of overlanding or camping, is that trip up and down your ladder.
Yeah.
Maybe breaking legs, whatever the case may be. So, I've seen a couple more things that I don't know if I'm allowed to film it yet or not, but the awning has made a massive change, and I can't wait to show the people out there about your awning and the evolution that the awning's gone through. But in the time period that I've started here, you're doing an ensuite, you're doing a full-on changing room as well. You've added the 2 additional tents to the tent lineup. You've got your 360, the biggest awning as far as shade is concerned, as far as I know, in the world. You've got your L-shaped one that's for the bigger SUVs. And I saw something over there that has 2 little wheels with a tow hitch.
Yeah.
What's happening there?
Yeah, lots of people want trailers, and they want a trailer that is relatively cheap to start off with. And as they grow and as their family grows, they need more space. And so the trailer, essentially when you buy it, it's for 2 people, sleeps 2, but it can sleep up to 4 or 6 people, depending on what you put on top.
So it's totally configurable, so you're going to take it so that it grows with the size of the family or grows with the needs of the people that want to go.
And that's it, yes.
When are you looking at launching this officially?
We've started a little Facebook campaign.
Yeah.
It will be launched officially, I think, by the end of this month.
I've had a look at it, guys. It's from the outside, it looks like a tiny little trailer, and then it just explodes into something that you could go and spend 2 weeks and you'd have no issues with that trailer. There's enough space in there for somebody to camp 2 weeks, no problem.
Yeah.
Besides obviously filling up water and making sure the power supply, but
you don't have to worry about the power supply and the solar panel keeps that going.
Of course, yeah. So hopefully watch this space and we'll get a couple into the Middle East and get them flying around over there, because I think it's going to be a game changer for the way that people camp in the Middle East. I think I see a great market for it. I see a great market all over the place for this trailer. Compact trailer that just expands into something, whether you need the shade or whether you need the to get out of the elements, especially the amount of rain that you have here in South Africa. I think it's going to be absolutely fine, instead of having to spend 3 or 4 times as much for the same surface area of living experience. This is really a good entry-level product. I think it's going to work well.
Yeah, it's an entry-level product in lots of ways, but also it comes fully equipped. So when you buy this, all that you need to put into it is your chairs, your food and your drinks, and off you go. Everything else is there: fridge, water tanks, gas, showers, everything.
And it's got the Bundutec stamp of approval, so the quality is through the roof.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. Well, listen here, on behalf of everybody that have utilized your product and everybody that's out there, thank you for keep on innovating what we love to do so much. And if only all manufacturers looked at it this way, instead of saying, how am I going to make a quick buck, and not listening to what the actual users are experiencing, whether it be good or bad. I keep seeing that every time there's an evolution from your Gen 1 awning that we did a show, and Gen 2 awning, now this Gen 3 awning, oh my, absolutely brilliant. So thank you and keep it up. I'm glad to see that the expansion's gone this big, and let's keep it going.
Yeah, we'll make sure that you keep on using our products.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I don't think we'll get the camera lady behind the camera to ever change the tent. All right, well that's it for this episode. Thank you so much, and we'll definitely still be using Bundutec.